Okay, guys. Just a quick reintroduction. I know we had some issues with the Zoom meetings, but now that breakout rooms are enabled, today's meeting we're going to focus on sharing our design ideas and getting a concrete idea by the 30th. I hope all the group leaders know their group members and members know their leaders. Now, please don't feel shy or afraid to ask questions or make objections. This is what this time is for. It's time to get your hands dirty and get to the nitty gritty of each design detail. So with that said, let me put you guys into breakout rooms. Alrighty. Wow, looks like I'll have to do this manually, which I guess is fine. Okay, Jake and Ethan. Okay. There is a lot of people here. Ethan, Robert, you're also in spasticity of the wrist, or I mean the finger. Let's see, who else is in the meeting? Donnie. Donnie, you're in. Here, let me actually. There's Michael Cernius, Junso, Donnie. And who else is left? Ethan, of course. Ethan, Jake, Donnie, Robert, Jeho. Jeho, you're in. You're in specifically the fingers. And who else is here? So Lyndon. Lyndon, you should be in spasticity of the fingers. All right, I should.
Wait, really?
Oh wait, no. Lyndon, you're in wrist, right? Are you Jinrang?
Yep.
Oh, okay, sorry about that. Okay, so now that we've that done, Julian Espinoza, you're in. Let's see, Julian Espinoza, you're in spasticity of the wrist. Seamus, you're in spasticity of the finger. And Nicholas, you're in. Nicholas.
Wrist.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So it's 5 and 6. Okay. So that's good. Open all rooms. There you go. Okay. So group leaders, good luck. I hope I'll give you guys around 30 minutes. So 6:45. I'll make sure to drop by here and there. But yeah, join your breakout rooms. Good luck. Okay. Now that we have that done, for people watching the recording of this meeting, I'm going to go over a couple rooms and see how their group leaders are doing. And I'm planning to assist them if anything happens.
So I'll just get started on the presentation then. Jacob, could you allow me to share my screen?
Okay, yeah, everyone should be able to share their screen.
Okay, there we go. Thanks. All right. So right here, we have an example model of something we can use for spasticity of the wrist. So the core idea behind this model is, can you see my mouse, everyone?
We can see it.
Okay. So basically, these two like half cylinders rotate around these two red pegs. So that looks something like this. So as the cylinder expands outward, it stretches the fingers. And then right here is like a little clasp that's meant to keep the fingers in place as it's coming back. So our main goal for today's design session is going to be figuring out what shape we want to make the cylinder. If we want to make it kind of like a mold around the finger or like more like an oval or just a straight circle. And also what we want to do to clasp the fingers in. Like
Okay. So, okay. Are you guys able to share your screens?
No.
No?
I have the option to share screen.
How about you, Michael? Are you able to share a screen?
I'm on my phone, so I can't.
Okay. You guys should be able to.
For me, it's just because I'm on my phone.
It
That's
says
all.
because we're like participants, we can't like share the screen.
This
It
is
says-
for me. It's a me thing. It's a me thing for me. I don't know what's up with Jun. So I should have joined on my computer.
It's fine if you rejoin, but then Nick, are you able to share the screen?
Well, I mean, I have the button, but yeah, it says host disabled participant screen sharing.
Really? Oh, that's interesting. The other breakout room seems to be doing fine. So that's. Oh, looks like you're able to do it.
It was that.
I can screen share.
Okay. Junso, you should be able to screen share now.
No, it says host disabled participant screen sharing.
Interesting.
Maybe you should just give him host.
Yeah, I'll make you like co-host or something.
Exactly. Yeah, that would solve the problem. Don't bother doing that for me because I'm on my phone. I don't think I really need to move over. We don't need to share 2 slides at the same time. So
Interesting. I can't make you the co-host for some reason. Are you sure it's not an issue on your end?
Well, I'll try to leave and come back then.
Yeah, try to doing that.
Well, I mean, if a couple of us are having the same issue, then it's just probably like a general issue.
Yeah, but then didn't Julian just share a screen? Maybe it's because you guys stayed in this call.
I have no idea.
Okay, that's fine. Here, let me go back to the lobby to put Junso in this breakout room. Okay, let me put you into breakout room 2. Let me know if it works.
Right.
General idea, but we also need to be thinking about like the anatomy of
as
the
well as the
arm and, like,
materials.
how much
Yeah.
it bends and like what directions it bends in. We need to be thinking about that and take that into consideration because if not, then it's almost useless.
Is Junso here? Okay. Looks like. Wait, Junso, why didn't you join the breakout room? Hello? Your screen now?
No.
Okay, well,
I'm thinking about sending the slide to London so you can screen share.
sure. I'll actually do that. Can you send me the material and just let me know if you want me to go to the next slide or something like that.
Oh. I already sent Lyndon the slide.
Oh, can Lyndon screen share?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can.
Oh, okay. So just work. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, just work together and then figure the solution out a little bit creatively.
Mm-hmm. Do you get it?
Right now, I'm refreshing, so I still don't really see it.
Okay, let me know if you have more issues. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna check up on the other guys.
Find a way to like strap it onto the side of
I guess that little outer wallish thing.
Okay.
To do that.
Yeah, so I'll write that down too. Strap tension / loosen using motors. Okay. Any other ideas for the clasping mechanism? So we have the loose glove that kind of clasps on when you when you slide your hand in, and then we have the tension strap. Any other ideas? Does anyone kind of like this folding design, or should we possibly scrap it?
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of the folding design because also like if it folds, how is it gonna hold it very tightly?
True, yeah,
So
true.
I'd because like if we go back to the sock type one, because you can put your hand in the sock and then you can kind of have the sock kind of tighten on its own,
Mhm.
so it would hold it on its own without it doing much, and then you can release
Yeah.
the sock.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I feel like the glove idea you mentioned is kind of just like a better version of this, in my opinion. So, in that case, do we have any other ideas, or is these two looking like the best so far?
I think these two are the best, but as we develop them, I feel like we'll come up with more ideas.
Okay, yeah. So we'll keep these two for now. Let's try and narrow down these two to see which one is the most practical for the final design that we turn on later this week. So I wonder if I can just like make a vote on Zoom.
So
If
Jake,
not, let's do, yeah.
what type of ideas did you come up with in your group?
Okay, so first off, we were talking about using a strap to keep the fingers in place, but not like a Velcro strap necessarily that the patient will have to fold themselves.
Mhm.
More like a strap that will be tightened and loosened by motors just by pressing a button.
Okay.
And then the second idea is making the cylinders kind of like a finger mold almost, and having like a glove somewhat on the outside, not like a full-on glove, but sort of like a loose outline of a glove that clasps onto the fingers when they put it in.
Okay. Yeah, the second idea seems good. We can work around that. But just one piece of advice, do try to avoid having like loose components.
Yeah, okay.
As in like having loose straps or loose gloves. Like I like the glove idea. But you're talking more about like a mold, right? Like a mold where they can put it in and it's gonna tightly grasp their hand.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that should work. That's a great idea. But yeah, it seems like you guys are coming up with some great ideas. Let me know if you need any help, okay?
All right, sounds good.
One second. I have something.
Okay.
Okay. So I had this from when I was injured. It's a knee sleeve, but it has like the metal gears on the side. To make it
Yes,
bend.
yes, that would
Make
work.
it bend.
That,
So like
yeah.
it would be like this. So it has the gears to lock it in place.
Exactly. That kind of thing would be perfect for holding the arm in place.
Mm. Also, do you guys know like the machine that measures your blood pressure?
Yeah. I don't know the name of it, but I know what you're talking
Yeah, I
about.
don't know what the names of it too.
It's
But
like the pump, right?
Yes.
but like there's this like machine, like stationary machine, where like if you put your arm through, like
Oh yeah.
you know those kind of things.
It's just like
Yes.
this, like a cylinder you stick your arm through,
Mhm,
then it
and
just like the air blows up into it. Yeah.
Yep.
those kind of things. Maybe you can think about that too.
Now here's the thing.
Mhm.
I don't know if that would be comfortable for particularly long. I mean, it's probably not gonna hurt, but
Mhm.
you know, eventually it can feel a little funky.
Mm.
It would, if depending on how tight it is, it would cut off blood circulation, and then
Yes,
it
that
can
yeah,
mess up
because
the
that
arm.
is kind of what they're designed to do.
Yeah.
At least something like this, you got Velcro right there, and you got Velcro on the inside.
Mhm.
However, the pump idea, I mean, it doesn't need to be as tight as you do at the doctor's, and it doesn't.
Mhm.
It also
Mhm.
doesn't need to be made out of the same material.
That is true, yeah.
But it's
Mm.
something to think about. I think the knee brace kind of style is better.
Mhm.
You guys
I just threw it out there because it's like comfortable and adjustable.
Yes, that is exactly what we're looking for.
Yeah.
So
Julian, what were you gonna say?
Boxers where they wrap their hand before they put on the glove. I don't know. It's like this, like it's like stretchy kind of, but it's just
Yeah,
like it's like you wrap a lot and like it keeps your like wrist really straight. So we should like
yeah,
work-
medical tape.
Is that what it is? I don't know if it's medical.
it's no, it's a certain type of wrap. It goes
it's like a certain
around your
type of
thumb.
like,
Oh wait, no, those things. Yeah, yeah.
It goes
I don't
around.
know what they're
Like-
called.
like they keep like your wrist really straight, or like
Yeah,
not
I
straight,
know.
but you can use that for like the arm, I guess, to keep it straight.
Yeah, I have so much just in a different room. But like, yeah, I know it's like a hook that goes around your thumb, and then it like wraps around, and they wrap
Yes,
it
my
in
brother
between-
uses one of those. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then it go around the wrist, and it keeps the wrist really straight.
Now the thing is though, we are trying to make the wrist move and keep
Yeah.
the rest of it stable. So that if we could apply that in the opposite way, it would work really well. But since we're trying to get it to do this and not this, I don't know.
But I do think Julian has a good idea, because like, yes, your wrist should be stiff when when what we're working on, it should be stiff, but it could still be movable. Like, it still needs to be able to move, but it needs to be stiff, because if not, it's just like flailing around, and that's no good.
Right. Well, that design could possibly be worked into the wrist clamp, as long as it's not too hard for the patient to put on, which is why gloves are kind of an issue. But we do want something that does hold the wrist in place from moving around. So what I was thinking is, on that circle in the drawing, when you put your hand in, there's almost like something to hold it in place. Kind of, have you ever seen a finger splint? You know, the metal that bends up and can hold on to stuff.
Yeah, that goes like just right there.
I was thinking of something like that bigger, that could hold the hand, so it just allows it to move side to side.
So you mean like a wrist brace, like the ones that when you injure your wrist, it's just like a metal plate, and then it like keeps it all in place.
Something like that, but one that just goes on the palm that stops it from moving like this.
But don't we want them to have their wrist moving like as much as they can, because that's just natural for the hands.
So we're trying to make the wrist go like left and right, but not like that. Go like this, but not like move left.
Here's the
and right.
thing about wrists, though. They can do a lot of movement.
Yeah,
And
like they can go three.
Okay, so what are you guys talking about now?
So we figured out what we want to do for the cylinder shape. We're gonna try and have, first off, a detachable pin right here, so that we can change the size of the cylinder depending on a different person's hand size. And then we're also gonna have like an attachable finger mold to this blue portion that we will use silicone plaster to kind of get a mold of their hand shape, so that they can comfortably fit into the mold for the glove that we mentioned earlier. So now what we're working on is trying to figure out how we're going to have the top portion of the glove clasp onto their hand. And after that, we should basically be finalized with the design.
I do have just a little feedback though.
Yeah, go ahead.
First of all, those are great ideas, by the way, first of all, I'm glad you guys are actually like talking about this, getting nitty gritty. Just some little bit of feedback or recommendations, I should say. It's good to have an exact finger mold, but then if you think about it, it could not work in some situations. Like for example, it might be hard to actually get a plaster
Okay.
that actually is a unit that, you know, that fits perfectly with the machine, especially because it's a little bit hard to get like an actual mold of a hand and then measure every little how should I say this?
What happens if we don't do individual fingers, but we just have like a general, like it follows the cylinder shape, but it's of silicone or something? So then
Mhm.
it's still like a comfortable material, so it's not like cold. So like when the machine pushes against their fingers, it's not like just metal pushing. It's like a silicone rubber type thing. So like it's a little bit squishy, so it doesn't hurt, but it moves with it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying to guide you guys towards. Because having individual finger molds may be not as a universal design as something Ethan mentioned. Ethan, that's a great point you brought up. Because it's good to make this machine absolutely perfect for someone, but then it's good to if we make it universal so that, you know, if the patient does recover from hemiplegia, which is, you know, of course what we're aiming for at the very end of the day, if they do recover, maybe some other patient can also use it. You kind of get
Okay.
what I mean? So yeah, Ethan, what you just said is a great recommendation or input. I kind of want you guys to think about like, you know, for example, you know, what exactly is the shape we can use, you know, like, because at the end of the day, everyone's fingers and hands are going to be different. So you guys can maybe think about what's like an ideal shape, because obviously if you think about a cylinder, you know, if you look at how our hands look and how it folds, a cylinder may be a little bit too unnatural. You know what I mean? So, and Jake, the whole finger mold idea, that's great too. But then the finger molds may be a little bit a little too left, but the cylinder may be a little too right. You see what I mean? Like too detailed and a little less detailed.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to find like the middle ground where it's
Okay.
like, you know, it's like an aerodynamic shape. Of course, it's not. I'm not talking about like aerodynamics, but you know, you get kind of what I mean, right? Like
Yeah.
like a favorable shape, basically, like a compromise between the two. All right, so yeah, you guys can discuss about that. Ethan, that's a good idea. Jake, I really like your whole two classification. Keep up the good work, guys.
All right. So, what were you saying about the like softer design? What would we use for that?
Like silicone type thing. Like
Okay, so like
silicone.
a rubbery silicone material, you said?
Yeah. So like it would just be like a general shit, like it just follows a cylinder, so it's just a comfort type thing.
Okay. Like,
Yeah. And then yeah, we would have to figure out, because like if your normal hand, like how it
yeah,
like-
how like, I mean,
kind of like a teardrop type thing, like if you just
Yeah.
have your normal hand like that. So we'd have to figure out what to do for that.
I'll just type like teardrop for now. I feel like we kind of need to figure that out through experimentation though.
Yeah. That's one of the stuff we'll mess with as we go. And then, yeah, Jacob, and then we were saying for like universality to say, because there's different hand sizes and we can't really fit all of them on one thing. We
Mhm.
were planning on the, you know, the pin system,
Yeah.
that we would be able to like lift up the actual like cylinder type part and
Oh.
swap them with different sizes depending, and then
Oh.
there would be a clip to hold it in, and then it would still rotate with it.
That's a very good idea. I didn't even think of that.
So then like if you have small hands, it'll be better, because then you can get a more accurate like hand shape to that one
Mhm.
compared to a big person on a tiny one that doesn't fit them.
I see. I'll make sure to ask my, okay, that's a great idea. I'll make sure to ask my patients if he's able to send us like dimensions, but I'm sure our doctor can do that. But yeah, that's a great idea. And like if we if we make like a general sequence of how to actually fabricate
General
our cylinder,
sequences of sizes, yeah.
Yeah.
We could do it.
then the doctors can use it for multiple people. You know, kind of like weights. You know,
Yeah.
when you like work out, you know, there's not every single weight for, you know, in this world, but then there's like general sizes people can work up to. That's a great idea. I really like that one.
All right. Jayho, did you find the thing you were talking about?
Yeah, I think I did.
Okay. Can you screen share?
Yeah.
Discuss about that too.
Okay, are we gonna discuss that right now, or?
Sure.
Okay, right now, I just thought about this right now.
Mhm.
It could run, the whole brace could run down to the forearm, and then it could be like, what is it? Like almost like a machine, like a pulley system, where it pulls down on the wrist and helps it contract and uncontract, like on both sides.
Mm. So are you gonna are you gonna attach that pulley to like the wrist clamp?
Yeah, it would just be like a little motorized things right here to
Mhm.
help like pull, like, because like you're right here,
Mhm.
the like your what is it, tendons? Yeah, it like that's what helps you move right here. So what if we like attached it to like the sides of the hand or something, and then create like a pulley system where it just pulls down?
Mm.
Do you know what I
So
mean?
around here, right? Like
Yeah,
forearm?
like. Mm-hmm.
Then let me ask you a question. Then where should we put the like arm lock?
The arm lock.
Planning to put it on like on our forearm.
Okay, then we can move up the pulley system higher, because we're only because you're not trying to move like over here. You're trying to move
Mhm.
up here. I'm just saying that because like that's just room that we could use.
Mm. So do you think the pulling system will be attached on the machine and then like on the wrist clamp altogether?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it would. But
Oh, I
also,
just disconnected for a second.
Okay.
yeah, like to me, that's like that's like one of the easiest ways I can think of trying to get the wrist to move from here to here, is like
Mhm.
to have something pull it, because you just pull it down, and
Mhm.
then something that once it's right here has something pull back up,
Mm.
and that gets the motion. That's just what I can think off the top of my head right now.
Mm. How are you
But
gonna adjust the angles
how,
of
like,
the
what do you mean?
wrist?
What do you mean, like adjusting? Like,
So you remember like the wrist can go like 90 degrees and 45 degrees, right?
yeah,
How are you gonna adjust like because their muscles are like it's called flexed, I guess.
okay,
It's
yeah,
hard for them to move like 90 degrees on the left or right. So we have to adjust like amount of degree we can use so they can adjust for like 30 degrees or like 20 degrees.
like they could
Mhm.
just like adjust 30 degrees and then it moves.
Yeah, so how are we gonna like
That
adjust
that would
the
be that would have to be more like in coding or something like that. There would be like a speak to text function, and then it goes from text to command, and then once it hits command, then that's when it goes like to the 30 or to the like the 45, whatever.
So you're gonna pull the wrist more and more if you wanna go like a
Yeah,
higher angle.
that
Okay.
would for sure take longer to create like a speaking function.
Now, we also want to make sure it's not too hard to put on.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Remember,
exactly.
these people have very limited control of their arms and hands.
Yes.
Michael, that's a great point you suggest. Yeah, it's something, you know, something that does restrict our design a little bit and our complexity of our design, but that's a great point.
Now,
And, you know,
Jacob, since you're here,
Mm-hmm.
are you still there?
Yeah.
We were thinking about ways to make the wrist move like this as well. Do you think we should do that, or just side to side like that?
Just side to side, like this.
All right. Well,
That's
there are a lot of good ideas about doing that.
Okay, it's a, at the end of the day, it's a ball joint, basically, or technically part of a ball joint.
So
It's
just
not
do
a
the-
ball joint. It's actually really, really intricate. It's its own
but
special
then
kind of
it
joint.
kind of functions like a ball joint. It's kind of like an oversimplification. So
But,
it could basically turn 360 degrees. But yeah, that's a good point. But then we do want to focus on one motion so that, when we do upgrade our design, or maybe when we go into prototyping, we can try to implement things. It's great that you guys are coming up with extra conditions or extra symptoms to help. But then let's try to focus on the, one movement for now.
just the main movement of the wrist.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
And especially because the movement here is so minor, and I don't know if this is a movement that can hurt patients. I don't exactly know, because when I talked to our doctor and mentor, they specifically said, well, they didn't say much about closing the hand and opening the hand, because it's pretty simple. You open your hand, you close your hand. But then the wrist, a lot of these people might, want to take things step by step.
Okay,
And
yeah, for sure.
since this might be the very first machine they might use, let's try to tackle one at a time. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, but it's great. It's great that you guys are very ambitious about your design. I'm sure once we get into prototyping and then we start to get like the general gist, I'm sure we can try to implement those with the help of our mentor. That's a great idea. So, keep up the good work. It's great to hear you guys actually discuss about this.
Okay. To tell you guys what I guess Jacob brought out, I guess, with the third circle bit, he was talking about having like a pull that we can grab on, or the wrist clamp that will stabilize our palm, I guess. And then as the circle spins like left and right, our palm will also spin like this and like that, because
It would be like gears.
Yeah, that
It would be like gears, like a pulley system, where it just pulled down.
Yeah, but like with the circle. Yeah.
Oh no, the circle would go side to side like this.
Look, I kind of drew it here. See, so the circle would spin, and then the wrist would be attached, so the wrist would move.
Wait.
It's actually
Where's the
pretty good.
circle?
Thank you.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's like that. But the pull was just a simplification on my part.
Yeah,
At the end of
I
the
thought
day,
that it would be a better idea not to use a pole.
yeah, we're gonna have the specificity of the finger unit there. The pull is just
Yes.
meant to show that it basically goes there. In reality, the circle is probably gonna be way bigger, since
Actually, I thought maybe we can make a circle. So imagine that the hand goes there. I was thinking that the fingers could have a circle up here, and we could have one down here, because that would work better for the wrist, because that way it's directly moving with the wrist, and we could just have two that work together.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's an interesting idea too for the platform. I see. Okay.
So it's underneath the platform, and then it moves the clamp that is up above. So then you can also make the finger thing on the top of the platform.
That's a great idea. Yeah, once we get into 3D modeling, let's try to consider little improvements like those that could, make the design a little bit more intricate.
Okay, well, anyway, and that is a perfect place to ask for ideas on the circle-y part, which is what is officially dubbed as, because of its shape. anyone got suggestions in that area? Because this is basically the design we're going with. There were a lot of other ideas we had, but we ended up settling on a machine like this. Actually, you know, some of the originals were just like gloves, but we decided that would be, I guess, less. I guess it would be dangerous because we talked with the mentor. By we, I mean Jacob talked with the mentor and then told us that if we used a glove, it would be hard to put on. It would also use tension force instead of actual gears and stuff, which could cause the person to strain their hand. So instead we're using controlled movement.
Sorry to cut you guys short, but the other team is done. Did you guys get some like? Do you guys finalize on a general idea for the platform?
I think I think we've come up with a general idea.
Okay, because it's great that you guys are going into the nitty-gritty details, but then, you know, we can always work on that during our 3D modeling and more micro designing. So
Okay.
everyone good in this group?
Yep.
I do have a question about the circle.
Go ahead.
The circle bit. Is that where the wrist will naturally sit, or is it like?
Now, that's what I thought at first, but I think that we want the wrist to sit on the platform and then have to circle underneath and spin back and forth like that. So only the clamp is up there, and the circle's underneath the whole platform.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I thought it was like gonna be like a half circle where it's just like you put it in like that and just rest it naturally, and then it moves your whole hand.
We're making a
See,
Lego hand?
that's what I thought at first, but I think that if we do that wrong, it might break someone's hand.
Yeah. So okay. So then it'd be like a splint where it's just like right there. Then you slip your hand in, then it moves like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then it'd be like padded for sure.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, that's what the
yeah.
that's what the spasticity of the finger group is working on right now.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Okay, so you guys think you're all done? I don't really want to rush you guys, but you guys think you're done sharing?
Julian, were you trying to say something?
I just said it looks like a Lego hand. That's it.
Oh,
yeah, see, think of it like that. See, it's think of it like that. But yeah, that's actually a really good analogy.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's what I thought. Like on the bottom picture, that's what I thought it was. Like you're fitting like a Lego hand.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a Lego
like
hand.
that.
Yeah, it's a Lego hand. We can make it yellow too if you want. It could actually. We could just call it the Lego hand. That could be the name of our device.
I'll return you guys to the main room. Got it?
Awesome.
Alrighty. Sorry about the wait. Spasticity of the finger people. We're having really good discussions out there. It was great to hear you guys actually share some ideas. As for now, don't try to get into nitty-gritty details. And what I mean by that, I mean like specifically like how long does something have to be or how short, not like that. You know, it's fine if you want to go to the small details that actually influence the design. But as for like measurements, don't worry about that now. Michael, wait, Junsu, do you mind if you mute yourself?
Okay.
Looks like your dog is
Oh, neighbor is talking. Sorry.
Oh, neighbor's dog. Maybe it looks like your neighbor's dog is a little hungry tonight. But alrighty. With that said, you guys are wondering, okay, what do we do now? Well, that's an excellent question. By the 30th, I want the group leaders to finalize your ideas you got from your students into one Google Docs. Now, before I say that, do the group leaders want another meeting with their students? Jake, no?
I think for spasticity of the fingers, we're pretty good. I think we're okay.
Okay. Yeah, I saw a couple of things you guys said. It's very good, excellent ideas. How about you, spasticity of the wrist? You guys think you might need another day, or you guys think you're solid right now? And I just mean by as in general design.
What do you think, Michael? I think we're good, kind of.
I think we have enough ideas to make a solid general design.
Okay. Okay, so by the 30th, our 4 group leaders, please, I'm gonna show you guys a Google Docs. Please write down your ideas there, and I'll try to get mentor feedback as soon as possible. Now, in regards to 3D modeling, which is what we're gonna tackle next, don't worry, you guys don't have to do it over the weekend. But what I do ask of you is, when you guys go to school, please ask IT to install Autodesk Inventor. Now, whoever gets there first, text me through Discord what version of Autodesk they install it for you, because I don't know if it's 2017 or 2018. Junso, do you know?
They installed 2019 for you.
Okay, that's cool. I'll just update mine to 2018.
If you want 2021 version, like you can just go to the Autodesk website, and then after you sign up and like send like your photo ID or something, like your school ID, I guess, and they will give you like 1 year of like license to be able to use any of the version and any of the programs. So if you just ask them to help you install the program to your computer and just download the file, he will let you do that.
Okay, well, that's good to know. I'll try to get Inventor down, because the version I have is 2018. But if you guys are downloading 2019, I'll try to get 2019. But don't worry about that part. That's my part.
Are we gonna need approval from a teacher or like the dean or whatever?
No.
For what?
The Autodesk.
Our school use it like all the time, so don't worry about that part.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think the engineering kids and the 3309 robotics uses it. Well, used it. Okay, so with that said, that's the only part you have to worry about. Well, at least for a non-group leader. So just our members, that's the only thing you have to worry about. Within a couple days, maybe I'll set like a due date to Wednesday, February 3rd. Please have Autodesk some version, preferably 2019. Don't worry about anything. Just eat your lunch quickly, or maybe save lunch till later half of the break. Just go to IT and say, hey, I want to download Autodesk Inventor 2019. They'll instantly download it for you. Everyone clear on that? I'm going to remind you guys, I guess, 3-day intervals to do that. Maybe Monday, I'll send you a quick announcement, say, hey guys, please download Autodesk Inventor. Now, for using Autodesk Inventor, that's a whole another issue. Who here for sure know how to use Autodesk Inventor?
I need to review.
Okay. Well, I know you. Since I know you can do Autodesk Inventor, I saw you do it.
The closest thing I've done to that is probably Tinkercad.
Okay, yeah. See, that's fine too. That's fine too. Anyone use something like Blender or 3ds Max? Okay, that's fine. I was thinking about having just one meeting dedicated to teaching you guys the very, very basics of Autodesk Inventor. But I'm going to decide that after you guys download Autodesk Inventor, because we need to, of course, download it first to test with it. Please, if you have the time, and this is not a requirement, but if you do have the time over the weekend, please look over a general video of Autodesk Inventor. Just look up like how to use Autodesk Inventor, and you don't even have to worry about the year. I've been using this thing since 2016, and it basically did not change a thing. It's pretty much the same. So please do look at it. Everyone, maybe you guys can spend like 5 minutes watching a YouTube video. So you guys think you're good with that? Group leaders, were you able to, did everything go well? Were you able to discuss everything that needed to be discussed?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Went
Okay,
great.
that's good to hear. Well, everyone, you're free to go. please download Inventor and please watch the video or two so that you know what to do. But with that said, everyone, have a nice 3-day weekend. Hope all of you guys did great on your finals. And yeah, thank you for coming to our meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening,
Take care.
everyone.
Thank you.
Good meeting.
you.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, have a good evening.
Yeah. Take care.